something very important. We're talking about life lessons, and I talk about life lessons. And this is one that I've learned here, and most of them great ones I've learned here. And this is my lab practical. Now, Gerald, everybody knows him, and one of the greatest teachers there is. And I go back to him and say, you know, the only thing I got right on this test that I'm positive of is that one. And he goes, you didn't get that right. You know, I was supposed to write pin, and he says, no. What did you see? Well, I saw this little square, and it was the carapace of the grasshopper. And I said, what else could it be? He goes, well, where was the spiracle? He goes, the pin was going through it. I couldn't see it. Doesn't mean it wasn't there. So what did I learn from this? This is one of the great lessons I've learned in profession. Next slide. You learn that you need to recognize not just what's there in front of you, but also what's not there that should be. I should have known the spiracle wasn't there. It wasn't. It was there, but you couldn't see it. So the pin had to be going through it. And I take that lesson with me to every bedside of every patient my entire career. What I'm going to talk about today is the physics of laser light, okay? And I love lasers, and there's a lot of physics behind it that it's really important to know. But what lasers do is really interesting. Laser that is a weapon and turn it into a refined surgical instrument just by altering the parameters of the laser light. What do you do when you have a patient like this? If we allow this to grow, this hemangioma is going to grow over the eye, and we do know that if you obstruct the vision in a young child, the retina CNS attachment doesn't occur. So the eye becomes functionally blind, even though anatomically there's nothing wrong with it. So you've got to get rid of these things beforehand. So if you cool the skin first, again, think of the engineering that goes behind this. This is a cool chill tip, 2 sapphire plates, 4-degree water being pumped through it continuously. So you cool the skin so this does, so that when the laser goes through it, it can't heat it up. It's too cold. But the coolness doesn't get down there where your target is, and that's how you can get it.
So hello, my name is Quentin Casella, and today I'll be presenting my research, which is the examination of biodegradable benthic barrier mats as an invasive species management technique in Rocket Lake, New York. How do you study and control an invasive species in a lake this large? Well, there's really 3 options to do this. Well, first is by hand harvesting. So hand harvesting, you pretty much you go to the bottom of the lake and you pick out every piece of invasive plant. As you can imagine, this is extremely labor intensive. And also, when you're hand harvesting, a lot of the pieces can break off from the plant. So benthic barriers are essentially large plastic tarps that you lay on the bottom of the lake floor, covering the vegetation, as you can see here. So this kind of acts like a weed cloth in your garden, just killing and suffocating everything underneath.
I'm a second-generation American. My grandparents came over as children from Eastern Europe, just past the turn of the 20th century. Yes, I'm old. I work as a scientific technician in analytical R&D at Ciba-Geigy in Suffern, New York, and it was a fabulous experience. I got to spend time, full-time, doing analytical chemistry. And so it was my experience here at Portland that caused me to do something when I arrived at Fox Chase. So I went to Fox Chase, and I've been there for 26 years running a research lab. Through this time, I had an NIH grant to work on a protein that was related to lead poisoning. That's my only, my only bow today to environmental science. And at the time, we knew that the protein required a zinc ion at the active site. And there had been some reports in the literature that some of these proteins from different species didn't require zinc at the active site. Well, that was absolute heresy. Active sites and enzymes are conserved, right? All right, so we show that this E. coli protein requires zinc, but it has this KM that's like totally wrong. And we send it off to be reviewed, and someone who knows something in the field says, well, you didn't try magnesium. All right. So my graduate student at the time says, well, what should I do? I said, well, add magnesium, nothing will happen.
So now we have this. So this is how you get from there to here in every phase of your life. There's nothing that could stop you, and even if you're not the one to actually be doing it, you can contribute greatly to it. And this is the undergraduate research. Don't ever underestimate how great it is you guys are doing the things you're doing. And we heard somebody got the award for doing the second year of something, right? One of you guys? Right? So it's wonderful. Hopefully, you're all going to start getting those kind of awards, okay? And this is just a great thing, and we're thrilled that you guys were here.